Hello, thanks for your interest in our poster. These data are the results of a survey of Nevada Cooperative Extension clients about their attitudes and potential interest in or acceptance of biorenewable plant containers. The survey we conducted is part of a larger project to develop and evaluate plant containers made from biorenewable materials. This should help the plant container industry become more sustainable and allow consumers alternatives to reusing or recycling conventional petroleum-based plant containers. The objectives of our survey were to determine characteristics of biorenewable containers most attractive to consumers and to provide profiles of potential purchasers of biorenewable plant containers. The plant containers we are evaluating fall into three categories. Biodegradable containers decompose in soil within one growing season. Compostable containers do not decompose in soil, but will decompose at higher temperatures during composting. Containers that fertilize the plant as it grows are made from materials that, as they decompose, provide nitrogen to the plant as it grows. Reusable containers are conventional petroleum-based containers that take hundreds of years to decompose in the soil. In 2013, we surveyed over 800 current and former users of University of Nevada Cooperative Extension programs. You can see by our respondent profile that except for income, our sample population was fairly homogeneous. However, we were able to capture clusters of consumers within our population that differed in their behaviors and attitudes regarding plant purchases and sustainability. For example, although most respondents would purchase biorenewable containers, the amount extra they would be willing to pay depended on their income level. The income-based differences among premium amounts they would pay was greatest for containers that have the added benefit of providing fertilizer to the plant as it grows. The group cluster that would pay the highest premium for such plants consisted mostly of females, age 60 or greater, that were heavy purchasers of perennials and vegetable starts, and making $80,000 to less than $100,000 annually. Although not shown here, no other container type evoked as much monetary support as the fertilizing container, presumably because respondents considered the fertilizing aspect of the container of value-added quality. We hope to also cluster respondents according to their environmental sensitivity, but there were no differences in this parameter among groups. Most respondents were very concerned about chemical fertilizer and pesticide use, with a fair degree of concern about use of GMOs. Fewer respondents were concerned about mining peat bogs or use of edible plants for biofuels, their comments suggesting that they did not know enough about these issues to form an opinion. Because our respondent pool was relatively small and homogeneous, we cannot generalize our results to a larger population. However, we are using these results to begin the conversation about how biorenewable containers might be marketed and labeled. We are also using the survey as a model for development of a similar nationwide survey that will help us better understand the market for biorenewable plant containers. In closing, I'd like to thank my collaborators, Hannah Mathers and Barrett Kerwin, and the Bioplastics Container Cropping Systems team at Iowa State University. This project is funded by the USDA National Institute of Food and Agriculture. For more information and updates about the project, visit our website at nevadabioplastics.com.